2022 and by Guru Maharaj's mercy अभी उनको 2024 में ही मायापुर में इनिशिएशन मिला, मायापुर में डिवोटीज के मध्य में। और माता जी अभी देहरादून में गर्ल्स प्रीचिंग देखती हैं। She leads Bhakti Vriksha and also she takes Bhakti Vriksha and fundraising सेवा भी करती हैं। भक्ति वेदांत यूनिवर्सिटी जो वृंदावन में बन रहा है तो उसके लिए फंड रेजिंग में हेल्प करती हैं। एंड वी हैव एन इनिशिएटिव यहाँ पर इन देहरादून, गीताज फॉर विजनरी इनिशिएटिव GVI। सभी वो GVI सर्व कर रही हैं जहाँ पे टॉप लीडर जो हैं, वर्ल्ड टॉप लीडर्स हैं, उनको कल्टिवेट करते हैं, उनको भगवत गीता पढ़ाते हैं। तो वो इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट कर रही हैं करेंटली। सो वी वुड लाइक टू वेलकम हर Grace Bhuvaneswari Rukmini Mataji. Thank you so much. So she has so much nice experiences with Guru Maharaj. Like she has met Guru Maharaj only once, but she has जैसे कि आज का टॉपिक है कि Guru Maharaj is never away. So she feels Guru Maharaj in her heart, with her every time, every moment. So over to you, Bhuvaneswari Rukmini Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mahasundari Mataji. So, Her Grace Mahasundari Varangi Mataji is a very senior devotee and a very senior god sister to me. And I'm truly blessed by her association. So, first of all, I offer my gratitude and respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis present over here. And I also want to offer my obeisances to Iskcon Seshadripuram, who has given us this beautiful platform wherein, despite being away physically from Guru Maharaj, we are able to feel his presence and we are able to associate with Guru Maharaj more closely. So this is a wonderful service Prabhuji and Mataji are doing, and I'm sure Guru Maharaj would be smiling. And also this platform always makes me realize that, so many sessions of Throwback Thursday have passed yet, and so many are yet to come. So this makes me realize that, how Guru Maharaj's glories are never ending, just like Prabhupada's glories are never ending, and just like Mahaprabhu's glories are never ending. So I don't really know with what mouth I should glorify Guru Maharaj, because his name, Jayapataka, the victory flag, is itself a glorification. So I'll share my short and sweet journey of my connection with Guru Maharaj. So before I begin, I just want to share that I was feeling quite nervous before this session. So do I have to take this session in Hindi? I was told that the language should be English, or can it be bilingual?
You were told to be in English?
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. Please take, please.
So I can keep it bilingual as well.
Yeah, as comfortable. More in English, maybe. Because so many devotees are connected.
So before I join, I wanted to share. So because I was feeling quite nervous, so I have penned down all my realizations, all my experiences with Guru Maharaj, so that I don't miss on any point. So I'll be referring to these notes I have written down. So please kindly excuse me for that. So I joined Iskcon in the beginning of 2022, and I'm specifically sharing this again because so that you all may know that I'm a very new, young, and a neophyte devotee. So with folded hands, I pray to all of you that if I, if I commit any mistake and if there are any shortcomings, please feel free to rectify me. So I'm from Iskcon Dehradun, which is looked after with much love by His Grace Param Karuna Madhav Prabhuji as the president, and by his good wife, Her Grace Krishna Premendu Lekha Mataji. So both of them are Guru Maharaj's very sincere, very surrendered, and very humble disciples. And wherever I am today is because of both of their mercy and their guidance. So in the beginning days, when I was very new to ISKCON, so once in the Prasadam hall, one devotee was glorifying Guru Maharaj. So I got very curious about who this personality is. So then I Googled about him. So when I read through his introduction, I was mesmerized. So I was very new to ISKCON. I thought that, okay, this person is a very great personality, but I think he is unachievable. So I was like, I didn't know actually how the Guru Parampara was. I didn't know the lineage. So I just let it go. And then coincidentally, one of my friend Mataji's, she was also my classmate in school. So I was with her and she was asking a devotee for the recording of Throwback Thursday session of Guru Maharaj's glorification. And the glorification was by none other than His Grace Param Karna Madhav Prabhuji, who is our temple president and also my instructing spiritual master. So I got very inclined, very inspired to hear the recording because both these people were very adorable for me. The one who was doing the glorification and the one who was glorified. So after hearing the session, actually that was the point where the seed of attachment to Guru Maharaj's lotus feet sowed in my heart. And then my mentor, Her Grace Krishna Prem Indulekha Mataji, she arranged for me Guru Maharaj's Vyas Puja Homage magazines, and that too in bulk from year 2006. So I read them all in one go. I felt so ecstatic and surprised to realize that how fortunate we are in this Kali Yuga where there are so many sins and people doesn't really care about each other and there is truly so much pain. It's dukhalya mashashvatam. So we have the fortune to know such a great sannyasi. And after reading those magazines, I started to value his disciples even more because I understood what a two-way kind of a relationship it is, Guru Maharaj and his disciples. It's not just that Guru Maharaj is very loving and very merciful towards his disciples, but his disciples also are immersed in the ocean of Guru Bhakti, Guru Prem. They are so surrendered to Guru Maharaj that it was very moving for me. So I started to appreciate, value, and adore his disciples even more after that. So it attracted me a lot. Then I got the opportunity to serve in GVI, where I'm currently also serving. So this is an initiative, as Her Grace Mahasundari Mataji shared, it is an initiative where we preach Bhagavad Gita to the visionary leaders of the world, and also we do fundraising through this. And I was very happy about receiving this service, but I could not derive any connection with this service. So nevertheless, I valued it. Like it was a very significant service, but I did not know my connection to the service. So then one morning, for the first time around 3 a.m., Guru Maharaj came to my dream and he was moving towards the temple hall in his wheelchair, and there were no devotees around. And it was an old center of Iskcon Dehradun, which was just of two rooms. It was a very small center, and there were no devotees around Guru Maharaj. And I felt really sad that there are no devotees to welcome Guru Maharaj. So, so by the way, I'm a psychologist. So as per psychology, we see there are two contents of a dream. So one is the manifest content, which is our actual dream, and another is the latent content, which is our first interpretation of the dream. So, so my latent content revolved around that if this center remains to stay this small, there are less possibilities that Guru Maharaj might be visiting Dehradun. So this inspired me and I got a purpose to serve. And I thought like, okay, this service is exactly what would, we can do fundraising and I can probably serve in a way that, we can have a great temple, a grand temple for Shri Shri Radha Baki Bihari in Dehradun. And one day probably Guru Maharaj will come here and a lot of devotees, hundreds and thousands of devotees will be here to welcome him. So this became my inspiration. So I derived my inspiration from Guru Maharaj, and this was also the day when I realized he is my guru. Even though he was so far, I felt like he's so close. I could very closely relate with him. Like this is the person, is a very close friend of mine that I don't know what it was. I cannot actually say it in words. So that was the day I realized that he's my Guru Maharaj. So this was the first reciprocation of Guru Maharaj with me. So I told my mentors about this and started aspiring from him. And but somehow I feared initiation. So I kept aspiring from Guru Maharaj for 1.5 years, hearing his glorification, attending his classes, offering the Vyas Puja homages. Then one day, His Grace Paramkarna Madhav Prabhuji, he instructed me to go and take shelter from Guru Maharaj. And it was an online initiation ceremony, which was happening in Iskcon Juhu. So I followed his instructions, and when I took shelter, I felt very happy. Actually, I literally felt like, I was homeless before this, and I found my home. And then after a few months, Prabhuji again instructed me like that Guru Maharaj is coming to Vrindavan, and you should now, it's high time you should go to Vrindavan and take initiation. And Prabhuji even arranged for the initiation ceremony and everything. But I was feeling very incapable and unprepared. But somewhere in the heart, I was also very happy. But unfortunately, Guru Maharaj's health got critical after that. And he came there for establishing I think Lord Mahaprabhu's lotus feet in Vrindavan. So then Guru Maharaj was admitted to ILBS Delhi, and he remained there for almost 1 month. So I got very scared. We hear a lot of times that, the Guru's body is spiritual, but, you know, to sustain that realization in real life, it becomes really difficult at times. So that was the day when I started fearing the possibility of losing Guru Maharaj. Then he instructed His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj to give the beads on his behalf. I'm so sorry, just a second. Audible, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. What happened, Mataji? बंद कर दी Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
I'm so sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji, you are audible.
Okay. So, where was I? Huh. Yes, so Guru Maharaj instructed His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj to give the beads on his behalf. So, but I didn't sit for the initiation that time because I wanted this very important moment of my life to be with Guru Maharaj himself. Because I had never met him before this, and my family didn't even allow me to travel to such distant places. Like Mayapur was like in another corner of the country, and we stay here in Dehradun. So I had no hopes that if I sit for the initiation today, I had no hopes that I would ever be able to go to Mayapur and, I'll be able to meet Guru Maharaj personally. So I didn't sit for the initiation. So that was I was also very confused that what if, Guru Maharaj's health is not good. But still, I did not. So Guru Maharaj was so critical at that time, we were all shaken. And I was deeply fearful, wondering if I would ever get to see him again or not. His health was really very critical. But then I gathered courage thinking that if Guru Maharaj has given me shelter, then I don't think he would abandon me. So I decided that I will wait for him. Then Guru Maharaj stayed admitted to the hospital for about 1 month, but his health kept fluctuating after every 2-3 days. So then the occasion of Guru Maharaj's Vyas Puja approached, and due to his condition, the doctors didn't allow him to fly to Mayapur. But by a great fortune, they permitted him to be at Iskcon Noida for his Vyas Puja celebrations for a few hours. So as soon as we heard this, I was on cloud nine. So I was we were very sure, my mentors, His Grace Param Karna Madhav Prabhuji and Her Grace Krishna Premi Indulekha Mataji, we were all prepared to go to Iskcon Noida, and I could not sleep that night. I was finally going to see His Holiness for the first time. And that night we cooked dry bhoga all night for Guru Maharaj. I made a card for Guru Maharaj. I wrote a very heartfelt letter to Guru Maharaj, and inside it I said that Guru Maharaj, I've never met you. So please bless me such that I can always feel your presence. And after writing that letter, I asked Mataji, will Guru Maharaj actually read my letter or not? I was wondering all the time if he would actually read it. So then during the Vyas Puja celebrations, after the Abhishekam, Guru Maharaj tasted some of the bhoga. So I was sitting right in front, and I could clearly see that one of the offerings was a non-diabetic Ekadashi cake. And then Guru Maharaj's Uchishta began to be distributed. throughout the entire hall, and it felt like a rainfall of Uchishta, rainfall of mercy downpouring in every corner of that hall. But my eyes were specifically searching for that thali with the Ekadashi cake. So I was just hoping to receive just a trace of Guru Maharaj's Uchishta. But by the time it reached me, unfortunately, the thali was nearly empty and there was barely any traces left. And I just scratched whatever little I could. And then that Prabhuji, who was distributing the Uchishta, he looked at me with very too much kindness and he said, I'm so sorry, Mataji, nothing is left for you, but you may keep this thali instead. So, but as per him, it was like I didn't get the Uchishta, but that was exactly what I pleaded to Guru Maharaj in my letter that Guru Maharaj, I want to feel your presence every day. Please bless me with something like that, some feeling, some reciprocation. And now I have that thali and I honor prasadam every single day in that thali. And it feels like another sweet and quiet reciprocation of Guru Maharaj. And probably it was his way of saying that I heard you. So then, in the month of April itself, Dehradun received immense good fortune. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj called for the GBC meeting in Dehradun and was going to be hosted here for the very first time. And it was truly a golden opportunity. So many Maharaj, sannyasis, Prabhupada disciples were in Dehradun, and Dehradun was flooded with the mercy, the ecstasy. It was flooded with the mercy of the exalted devotees all around, and it became a dham. So we were very overjoyed. But somewhere deep inside my heart, I felt a void that Guru Maharaj is not there, and Guru Maharaj will not be there because of his health. And internally, I was praying, Guru Maharaj, I wish you were here. Even for a moment, it was my dream the very first time that, Guru Maharaj, when we'll have a big temple, Guru Maharaj will come. And now the GBC meeting was going to be held, and still Guru Maharaj was not there. So the GBC meeting was followed by our Bhumi Pujan of a new temple. So it was led by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and all the Prabhupada disciples. They offered a brick to the temple for the Bhumi Pujan, but then fortunately, by his ahetuki causeless mercy, Guru Maharaj came on a video call and offered a brick for the Bhumi Pujan. So just seeing Guru Maharaj, even virtually, felt like the heart of celebration has arrived. So yeah, he is truly about mercy and reciprocation. He has shown that always to me that he's never away. Then I got to know that Guru Maharaj might visit Dehradun. It was during the GBC meeting only. I got to know that Guru Maharaj is going to visit Dehradun. And again, by his mercy, his grace Paramgarna Madhav Prabhuji, he gave me a service to survey all the hospitals in Dehradun and check for the available facilities just in case Guru Maharaj needs any emergency medical care. So I was overjoyed, ecstatic, thinking that okay, Guru Maharaj is coming. What will happen to Dehradun, the land of Dehradun now? So many exalted devotees, and on top of that, Guru Maharaj is going to come. But to our misfortune, the very next day, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he slipped in the bathroom and he was admitted to the hospital. We never thought that we would lose Maharaj, and it was so sudden. It tried us all very badly. And the grief was so heavy, so consuming that I almost forgot the thought of having Guru Maharaj here in Dehradun. So just after that, and even after that incident, a news came that Guru Maharaj's health has been more critical now. And it felt like one wave hadn't settled yet, and the another is going to arise. I was devastated. And I was constantly praying that I was constantly crying and praying for Guru Maharaj's health. And I thought that if something like that happens to Guru Maharaj, what would I do? So I chanted all day, praying, crying. But in that pain, what happened was that my connection with Guru Maharaj grew even stronger. Just a second. Hare Krishna. I'm so sorry. So, so while I was praying for Guru Maharaj, my connection grew very stronger with him. And that time devotees were chanting a lot for Guru Maharaj. And the online japa sessions were going on for 12 hours. And but during that moment I realized during that phase that Guru Maharaj doesn't need our prayers, but still he always requests us to pray for him. He says that please pray for me, please pray for me. He does all that because of his mercy. He wants us to be purified. He actually doesn't need our prayers. So now this was another mercy of Guru Maharaj, that whenever his health uh, is deteriorated, he always asks his disciples and everybody to pray for him, giving the other devotees another chance to, purify themselves. And then gradually Guru Maharaj's health started improving, and finally he returned back to his home base, Sridham Mayapur. And then by the end of 2024, initiations were going to take place in Sridham Mayapur. And this time I thought to myself that I will truly value this opportunity and honor it without letting it slip through my hands. So my interview took place. I even cleared it, but still there were some reservations in my heart, because I always feared that what if I'm being influenced just because I'm under the shelter of Guru Maharaj's disciples? Maybe this is influence. What if I'm moving too fast? What if he's not truly my Guru Maharaj? I was terrified of making a mistake, and I didn't want to offend him truly. And I was very serious about this decision, and I had a fear that, my lack of surrender might somehow hurt Guru Maharaj, might affect his health. So I didn't want to be this kind of a disciple who is, another burden on Guru Maharaj. So while all these inner turbulences were going on in my heart, I joined the online Mayapur Girls Camp. So on the last day, to our delight, Guru Maharaj came online on Zoom and he addressed all the girls. So in the very beginning, the audio was not very clear and there was a lot of disturbance and we could barely hear anything. But after some time, the voice quality became quite good. So I dropped a message in the chat, in the Zoom chat, that the audio is now perfect, Mataji. And then, to my surprise and great fortune, a personal reply came from Jayapataka Swami. The name was Jayapataka Swami, and the message was, "You are welcome." I still have that screenshot. So I know it might have been from one of his servants, but for me it was a clear sign clearing all my doubts that I'm truly welcome in Sridham Mayapur for my initiation ceremony. Then by Guru Maharaj's permission, I flew to Mayapur, and somehow by his causeless mercy, my parents, who would have never allowed me to travel to Mayapur anyways, they allowed, and I don't know how everything went well, and actually we cannot do anything. It's only mercy what's driving us. This is what I realized during that time. So another great mercy during Mayapur Yatra was that under the guidance of both of our instructing spiritual master, His Grace Param Madhav Prabhuji, my fiance also received the merciful shelter of Guru Maharaj. So I didn't even know that he was going to get sheltered by Guru Maharaj. So Prabhuji just called me, uh, His Grace Paramkana Madhav Prabhuji, he called me and asked me to run to Lotus Building. And from Gita Bhavan to Lotus Building, I was running like anything. I didn't want to miss that moment, that ceremony. So, but as soon as I reached, Guru Maharaj's wheelchair had turned. So he was going for his dialysis. And I felt like, okay, like we miss a flight. And I was like, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj. So his wheelchair stopped. So then he blessed me with his Tridanda. And to be honest, I was so overwhelmed. So Mayapur Dham is so full of mercy that I could not even process what just happened. I could just cry and cry for hours. I did not I could not comprehend what just happened. So no matter how big our containers are, his mercy is his mercy knows no boundaries. So it will always overflow. So I was so moved that apart from accepting me, Guru Maharaj has also accepted my partner and he has given him the shelter of his divine lotus feet. So now we are both under his loving care and shelter. So this was yet another mercy of Guru Maharaj, which I was never aware it was going to happen. I never knew that, Prabhuji is inclined towards Guru Maharaj. Actually, I used to speak to him a lot about Guru Maharaj. So he somehow got, inspired from Guru Maharaj. And then I don't know how everything happened, but it was all mercy, mercy, and mercy, the rainfall of mercy. So then during the Mayapur Yatra, I used to join for his evening classes on the rooftop of Lotus building every evening. And again on the last day, just before my initiation ceremony, I started to feel very nervous again, wondering that if I would truly be a good disciple to Guru Maharaj or not, or I'll just end up being, a burden on his health. And Guru Maharaj always says that my health is in your hands. So I was very fearful. But then during the last class also, before my initiation, Guru Maharaj reciprocated once again, answering all my doubts through his class. The class was on, I think, Chaitanya. The class was on Chaitanya Bhagavad. I don't vividly, I cannot vividly recall. But during the class, Guru Maharaj said a sentence, and I was very keenly hearing that, Guru Maharaj, I'm so devastated. I'm again now in confusions, and I'm a very confused person. So Guru Maharaj said, "You are capable." So those words stayed with me, and I don't know if anybody would have noticed those three words or not, but for me, they were like, these words gave me life and the courage to take up this responsibility, embrace this responsibility for life. And honestly, Guru Maharaj has never made anyone feel small. His glance, his compassionate glance has always uplifted my confidence, and it still does. Whenever I attend Guru Maharaj's class, and today also I was feeling very nervous, and I think I still am. But, just by looking at Guru Maharaj, be it Guru Maharaj's pictures or his, his updates through his app, he always, he fuels my confidence. So Guru Maharaj really knows, what we need. So before going to Mayapur, I was inclined towards Balram. So I was a team Balram kind of a person. Krishna Balram, Vrindavan. So I was all about Krishna Balram. But after returning from Sridham Mayapur, I could never possibly return back from Mayapur. I became very drawn and driven towards Lord Nityananda, his immeasurable, inconceivable, and causeless mercy. So I truly grew very close to Gauranga and Nityananda. To be honest, I was never this close. So I felt painted in the colors of Sridham Mayapur. Like I became, I was thinking, I was feeling, I was dancing, I was doing everything like a Mayapur Vasi does. And still, I'm not back from that consciousness. And I think it was only possible because of Guru Maharaj's mercy, the mood he carries, which flows through his disciples. So I would say that he has truly given me Nitai Kripa. As his pranam mantra says, Nitai Kripa Pradayine. So he truly is. And Srila Prabhupada used to say that Guru Maharaj is the eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya. But I feel he also carries a hidden personality of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. As mentioned in Nadia Gudru Mein Vaishnava song, so Guru Maharaj has this quality of Nitai, Patiyacha Nam Hata Jivera Kanana. Means that Guru Maharaj has truly opened the market of freely selling the holy name to the conditioned souls. And out of millions and billions of such souls, I became one of the beneficiaries. So this was yet another mercy of Guru Maharaj, another reciprocation of Guru Maharaj, that I came very close to Nityananda. Then after a few months of my initiation in March 2025, I faced a major health setback, and it left me completely bedridden. I was unconscious for 20 hours a day with breathlessness, and I was unable to work. I was totally handicapped, depended on my family members for bare minimum things. And then after such a condition, my family consulted an astrologer and concluded that this illness was a negative reaction to a new relationship in my life, and they pressured me to call off the relationship. The weight of their fears and my condition it didn't even disturb me physically, but also mentally. And I kept asking Guru Maharaj, what do I do now? You have also given shelter to Prabhuji, and we both have been blessed by really so many sannyasis. So I used to ask Guru Maharaj, what now? Where do I go now? And I wrote an email to Guru Maharaj. But unfortunately, no reply came. I wrote an email to Guru Maharaj, this is the condition. But unfortunately, there was no reply. So one fine day, I saw Guru Maharaj in my dream, and it was the second time after the period of two good years. I saw him for the second time, and he was giving a class on Shiksha Ashtakam, and I was doing the translation service from him on the rooftop. So I was translating whatever Guru Maharaj was saying, and Prabhuji was also present in the class, and Guru Maharaj then blessed both of us. He asked me to help Prabhuji in his spiritual life and support him in his sadhana. And then Guru Maharaj patted very strongly on Prabhuji's shoulder twice. So this reciprocation from Guru Maharaj was a direction. When I was directionless, I was clueless about what to do. I really didn't know where is life going. I'm on bed now. This relationship, how do I end the relationship? Attachment figure also comes. So Guru Maharaj gave me clear direction, and he truly renewed my strength that I have to hold on, and we both have to grow spiritually very strong together to fight these circumstances. And since I was on bed rest for over 3.5 months, I was very disturbed. My chanting grounds began to go in deficit because I was unconscious most of the time. I wrote to Guru Maharaj again. So, because my fear of being an unworthy disciple, you know, I was slowly, gradually becoming the kind of disciple I always feared that I would become. And so I wrote to Guru Maharaj, but unfortunately, yet again, no reply came. So Guru Maharaj's Vyas Puja was approaching, and I had been earnestly praying to him that Guru Maharaj, I really need your guidance. And I understand you have so many disciples. I understand your health condition. You cannot reply to all the emails. But what do I know? What do I do now? I really need your guidance. You please send someone in my life, or you please reply to my email. I really needed the guidance of a senior devotee during these times. I was really very shattered at that time. And those days, I was hearing the classes of His Grace Sarvadrik Prabhuji. He is a very dear god brother of Srila Guru Maharaj, and he is also Mayapur Dham Vasi. So his classes became very deeply transformative for me. And by the mercy of Guru Maharaj, it was on his Vyas Puja day only that I got personally connected with His Grace Sarvadrik Prabhuji. And it truly felt like Guru Maharaj sent him to me. And now I'm under his constant spiritual care and guidance. And I feel that this was also a very great reciprocation that he sent his god brother to my life. You know, now my life is literally guided. And before this class also, that one thing which was missing, that one fatherly figure which was missing, Guru Maharaj has very beautifully helped me out with that thing. So yes, this is also one more reciprocation I had Guru Maharaj did with me, wherein I felt that he's truly never away. And then, due to my ongoing health crisis, my struggles never took a backseat. After such a long time, there were barely any signs of recovery. I began to break down again. I could not travel to that temple, and it had been 3.5 months, 3 months, and I could not resume my services. And I truly found my refuge was my services, and those services were very close to my heart. And seeing devotees became very rare. Devotees used to visit me, but gradually with time, it became a little less. But I thought that I'll get better, but all my hopes shattered. And sometimes even my chanting was compromised. So I used to cry almost all day. I literally used to cry for like 1.5 hour every day. Roughly, I would cry around 1.5 hour every day. And I would cry. What do I do? Why am I not getting fit now? And then one morning, and it was on this Jagannath Snan Yatra only. The victory man appeared for the third time in my dream, and I was walking behind His Grace Sarvadrik Prabhuji in the dream. and he was giving a talk on Jagannath Snan Yatra. And he was walking and I was following him. And while following him, I ended up being in Mayapur, and I entered a hall where Guru Maharaj was giving a class. So I was sitting in the very front, and I was hearing the class, and I noticed that Guru Maharaj is looking at me again and again. And he is very kind of restless. Guru Maharaj is always, his eyes are like that. So he gave me a look so many times, and I heard all the lecture, and then at the end it was question answer session. And during the question answer round, I raised my hand and I said, I don't know why I said that. I know Madhajis don't really do that. I said, Guru Maharaj, can I please serve you by pressing your lotus feet? And I can I massage your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj? Guru Maharaj, and I thought after saying that, oh, why did I say that? How can I say that in front of so many devotees? And Guru Maharaj said, yes, come. So I went up on the stage and I was massaging Guru Maharaj's feet. Actually, I give massages to my family members also. So I thought, I will serve Guru Maharaj, because during those times I could understand my dream was like that, because I was away from services. Devotees were serving me. And I don't know, so many devotees have served me so much during that time that I would never be able to serve them so much. So I was, very feeling very dry because of the lack of services, and Guru Maharaj gave me the service. So after some time, Guru Maharaj said, "Ouch," and I panicked. I thought that, I have heard Guru Maharaj now. I have done a big blunder. Now, what do I do now? And I panicked. I was thinking, what did I do? What did I do? And I thought, how do I make it right? How do I make it right? And I started crying. I bursted out in front of so many devotees. I cried like a baby. And Guru Maharaj told me, don't cry. And I cried again. Guru Maharaj said, don't cry. And I was still crying, crying, crying. And Guru Maharaj did like this and he said, be strong. And he disappeared. So even though in the dream I could see that his disciples, his servants, they seemed very angry with me because because I heard Guru Maharaj. But Guru Maharaj in my dream assured me that, he is by my side no matter what. He showed me that I don't need to cry or worry, even if, I do blunders in my services. If I'm not able to serve nicely, I don't need to cry. And this dream was a very powerful reciprocation from Guru Maharaj, teaching me that even in these times of weakness and difficulty, I must stay strong and continue my devotional service, just like Guru Maharaj does. He's my inspiration. When I think about him, I think, what are my sufferings? How many, how Guru Maharaj is doing all that, and practically, whatever Guru Maharaj does, whatever Guru Maharaj preaches, he shows by his example. Everything, be it the health, be it everything. I was reading a few days back, and Guru Maharaj on his app, he gave an update that, he just put the tilak on 12 parts of his body, and Guru Maharaj said, today I put tilak on all the 12 parts of my body, and devotees should do that, and my disciples should put. Hare Krishna. So I realized that, this is the kind of mercy Guru Maharaj carries in his heart. Just like Lord Nityananda, we can never grasp or comprehend the depth of his mercy, the extent of his mercy. So, this was my short journey so far, and yet it was overflowing with a lot of mercy and reciprocations from Srila Guru Maharaj. And time and again, he has showered me with, numerous, countless blessings, mercy. And even when I was entirely unqualified, even when I didn't even realize that this is mercy, even, even when I didn't even I didn't suited for mercy by any. I had no quality, no qualification. Still, I could not process the abundance of mercy. Sometimes the mercy was so much I could not even process what happened. So since day one, Guru Maharaj has been there for me, and especially in the moments where I deeply needed him, like these moments when I had these health setbacks. So these were the times when Guru Maharaj especially was there. It is very rare. I don't know about other devotees, but to see him in my dreams, and the reciprocations increased so much when I entered this phase of life, this difficult phase of life. So Guru Maharaj has never been away. He has always been there for me. And whenever I felt his absence, whenever I could not feel his presence, it was all because of me, because I wasn't connected. So when I look back at these moments, and of Guru Maharaj's compassion, his guidance, his ever watchful care, and it becomes undeniably clear that it is not an ordinary relationship. This is a divine connection. But the real question is not if Guru Maharaj is with us. The real question is, are we with him? Are we consciously watering? Are we consciously nourishing this bond? Are we keeping our hearts open to receive the mercy which is ever flowing? It is always there. We have to open our hearts to the mercy. And that brings me to the realization that Guru Maharaj has never been far away from us. And he is always present through his instructions, through his regular updates, how he updates about everything. I read for 20 minutes. I I have completed my Bhakti Shastri, I have completed my Bhakti Vedanta, everything. His prayers for the devotees, he prays for all of his disciples in front of Panch Tattva. His glances of compassion, he has boundless compassion. So if there is any distance, it lies in our connection with him, our surrender, and our attachment towards his lotus feet. And the more we open our hearts to serve and remember him, the more tangibly we will feel his presence, which is always guiding us, strengthening us, and keeping us very safely under his divine lotus shelter. So, yeah, truly, he's never away. So, thank you so much to all the assembled devotees for patiently hearing me out. And if there's anything I have said that was improper or inappropriate, I sincerely beg for your corrections and reflections. And from the core of my heart, I beg for all of your blessings that I may eternally serve Guru Maharaj, and that I may one day receive even a drop of association, service spirit, and surrender that all of you beautiful souls have had with him. So please bless me, all of you. And I chose this topic because I, sometime back, I heard a lecture of Guru Maharaj where Guru Maharaj said that, my disciples send me a lot of emails, but, it has become very difficult to reply to all of them. And, there are 200, 300 emails every day. So the lecture was when Guru Maharaj was doing good health wise. So then Guru Maharaj said that it is very difficult for me. So I need other devotees to care for each other. And then devotees send me emails, and when I am not able to reply back, they say my Guru doesn't love me. So I got so hurt that I don't want to be one of them. And to be honest, now Guru Maharaj's health has also been such a big challenge. And also we have seen that, when His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj disappeared, how Guru Maharaj, he stayed awake all night, supporting his disciples, making them feel that he's present. He made an email account for his disciples so that they don't feel shelterness. And the same we saw that he did with the disciples of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So such a big heart Guru Maharaj has. How many responsibilities he has, I cannot comprehend, and I wonder how truly, if someone says that he's an ordinary man, that person is ill. Because how can an ordinary man do all of that? And to be honest, we say that Guru Maharaj is a father to us, but I feel that the care, the compassion, the tender, gentle care every time which he shows is like a mother. And I feel more like that Guru Maharaj is kind of is like a mother to all of us. He's nourishing our souls like a mother does. So yes, so during these times we should not, like, I never let that the replies didn't came on email, and I never thought that my guru doesn't love me. I have always felt his presence, and he makes you realize and he makes you feel his presence through, in the aspects which you need at that time. Sometimes he didn't respond to me on email, but there was a reciprocation through other way, which only Guru Maharaj knows. So I humbly seek for your blessings and forgiveness. Vancha kalpatrubhishta kripa sindhu vaivcha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing your wonderful realizations. And first of all, I'm extremely sorry for not being able to start the program. Actually, like I am on my way to Iskcon Dehradun only. I was supposed to reach there 7:30 p.m., but I got late. I'll be reaching around 9:30. And in between, like my internet went off, so I'm thankful to Mahasundari Mataji, Mahasundari Gorangi Mataji, who then started this session. And thank you, Mataji, for sharing, so much wonderful realizations, lessons. And to the last part that you were saying, so, I was hearing a recent triple talk by Madhav Kant Prabhu. He was saying, like, Guru Maharaj is so merciful, like, if there is some area where there is no preaching happening, Guru Maharaj is very, ready to accept those areas. Okay, you give me those areas, I'll start preaching in those areas, like that Madhav Kant Prabhu was telling. And yeah, Guru Maharaj to reciprocate a lot. And uh, I was hearing, like, when you said, like, during the Vyas Puja program that happened in Noida, you got that you didn't get the Mahaprasad, but you got the Mahaprasad plate, right? Actually, I think you don't know what happened backstage. We were searching for one plate. I think that's the plate that is with you.
I'm so sorry, but
So, so now the mystery is solved. We know where it is. Okay, that's good, good. At least we know. So devotees are, so merciful. If you didn't get prasad, Guru Maharaj Mahaprasad plate they gave. So yeah, devotees can understand, how much someone is hankering for Guru Maharaj's mercy. So you can see this particular aspect of devotees, disciples as well through this reciprocation. So thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing, so many wonderful realizations and points.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the opportunity. And yes, truly, devotees are very merciful. That Prabhuji, he was like, my face was, all my colors went off my face. So I was like, okay, no chishta for me. So then Prabhuji said, okay, Mataji, you may keep the thali. So I got it back.
Very good. Okay, okay. So any devotee wants to ask any question from Mataji? Any devotee wants to ask anything from Mataji? Yes, Amritmai Gopika Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल हरि बोल थैंक यू सो मच माता जी आप जो बोले ना आपका जो अनुभव गुरु महाराज से इतना मिलना नहीं हो रहा है परंतु गुरु महाराज हमारे साथ है वही एहसास मेरे हृदय में भी है वही सेम एहसास आप जो बोल रहे थे ना अभी आप जो बोल रहे थे मेरा हृदय में भी वही चल रहा था कि गुरु महाराज हमेशा मेरे साथ है हमेशा जैसे आप बोले कुछ भी आप मतलब हमारा प्रॉब्लम है हम गुरु महाराज को प्रे करते हैं भले हम उनकी प्रेजेंस में मतलब रूबरू में नहीं मिल पाते गुरु महाराज से और कोई न कोई ऐसा गुरु महाराज करते हैं ताकि हमारा जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको गुरु महाराज जरूर जरूर रिप्लाई करते हैं कोई भी माध्यम से कोई भी मतलब तो ये मेरा भी बहुत अनुभव है बहुत मुझे जैसे आपने बोला ना मेरा गुरुदेव कभी मेरे से दूर नहीं है हमेशा मेरे साथ हमेशा और मेरा जो भी डिफिकल्टी है इधर सब कुछ जो भी मतलब आध्यात्मिक जीवन के लिए जो भी प्रॉब्लम है दूसरा किसी का भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है सब तो गुरु महाराज को सब मैं बोलती हूँ और सब सोल्यूशन सब मेरा इतना सौभाग्य नहीं है कि मैं गुरुदेव को इतना मिल पाती हूँ जितना बहुत लोग उनका सेवा करते हैं बहुत सेवा करते हैं मैं इतना नहीं कर पाती पर गुरु महाराज मुझे बहुत बहुत प्रेम करते हैं और मुझे इतना गाइड करते हैं एक एक बात के लिए मैं गुरु महाराज को पूछ के मतलब आगे बढ़ती हूँ इवन क्लास भी है तो भी गुरु महाराज आप सिखाना, आप बोलना, हाँ मैं तो खाली बस बोलूंगी, आप मुझे सिखाना करके। तो इतना अच्छे से सब हो जाता है। और किसी का कोई प्रॉब्लम भी है तो गुरु महाराज चाहते हैं ना डिवोटी केयर करो आप, मैं इतना नहीं पहुंच सकता हूँ। तो अभी थोड़े समय से मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि जैसे गुरु महाराज मेरे को ये जिम्मेदारी दे रहे हैं, ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। इधर हमारा जो ग्रुप है ना, तो सब लोगों का जो भी प्रॉब्लम होते हैं मेरे से बात करते हैं कि माता जी ऐसा हो रहा है। अब मैं मन में बहुत ऐसे हो जाती कि मैं कैसे, मतलब आपको, मेरा इतना नहीं ये है कि मैं आपको हेल्प करूं। तो मैं गुरुदेव से प्रार्थना कर दी, गुरुदेव आप जिम्मेदारी दे रहे हो, अभी आप मार्गदर्शन दो, मैं क्या जवाब दूं इस मतलब वक्त को कि क्या इसको करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करके। तो देखो गुरु महाराज इतना गाइड करते हैं मेरे को। फिर मुझे जो गुरुदेव का कृपा मिलता है मैं उन भक्तों को फिर बताती हूँ कि आप ऐसा कीजिए, आप ऐसा कीजिए। और उनका जीवन में फिर अच्छा हो जाता है सब। तो ये
Yes,
गुरु
yes.
महाराज का एक बहुत कृपा है, बहुत बहुत कृपा है माता जी।
Thank
आज
you,
जैसे
Mataji.
मेरा
बहुत
हृदय में जो भाव
inspirational.
था ना वो सब आपने भाव व्यक्त कर दिया, जैसे ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। मुझे इतना बोलना नहीं आता इंग्लिश में, इसीलिए मैं हिंदी में बोल पाती हूँ। पर आज जो आप बोल रहे थे ना, इंग्लिश समझ सकती हूँ। तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि माता जी जैसे मेरी बात बता रहे हैं सब कुछ, कि गुरु महाराज हमारे साथ है, गुरु महाराज हमारे साथ। हरि बोल माता जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा, वेरी नाइस माता जी,
थैंक
हरि
यू सो मच जी। तो बहुत इंस्पिरेशन मिला माता जी आपसे। तो मैं भी मतलब प्लीज ब्लेस मी कि मैं भी यही मूड कैरी फॉरवर्ड कर पाऊँ कि गुरु महाराज बोलते हैं कि आई कैन नॉट रीच एवरीवेयर, यू प्लीज प्लीज केयर फॉर डिवोटीज, दैट आई कैन डू डिवोटी केयर। And that shows how empowered Guru Maharaj is. You know, despite having so many disciples, there is so much connectivity. He has also launched an application for sending our sadhana updates now. He never fails. You know, he is constantly doing something or the other. You know, pacing up with the technology to take care of his disciples. On birthdays also, there is a JPS care team who reaches out, blessing on Guru Maharaj's behalf. So yes, Mataji, thank you for sharing.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. I think Madhvi Mataji wants to say something.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class. I really got so many realization from your own realization. I was able to relate a lot of stuff like what you've been through, and my basically question was कि जैसे sometimes what happened कि आपने ऐसे बताया ना कि आपने गुरु महाराज का लेक्चर सुना था, एंड दैट लेक्चर उसमें ऐसे गुरु महाराज ने बोला था यू आर केपेबल. सो आई आल्सो हर्ड दैट, सो दैट आल्सो मेड मी फील लाइक कि from you it was like coming to me also that you are also capable. But sometimes with me it happens that I may make some mistakes, and I also get I also have this fear like being a bad disciple, like these fears. So like how like we can come through this fear, and despite of our so many anarthas, despite of so many bad qualities which I possess in myself, how can I uh, serve Guru Maharaj, and how can I continuously serve my Guru Maharaj following his instructions? Please guide me. Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So I don't know how much I would be able to answer your question. So Mataji, as you shared, that the answer to it is by Guru Maharaj's association. So it things are very tough with Krishna. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. Then it's easier to receive mercy. If Jagai Madai could get delivered, then but yes, as my mentors, my teachers always say that they had not done one sin, which was Vaishnava Aparadh. So we should try to avoid Vaishnava Aparadh and constantly pray to Guru Maharaj. And the most important thing is associate with Guru Maharaj. I think this is the only thing we lack. Like Guru Maharaj, he tries to give us more of his association. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I had lunch, I was chanting while I was doing this. So he tells us literally everything, and we are the disciples. He is the Guru. He's telling us everything. But we as disciples, there are certain uh, practices through which we can associate with Guru Maharaj. There is this sadhana app Guru Maharaj has just launched. So we can share our sadhanas, we can share our preaching reports, no matter how big or small. Guru Maharaj has the mood of preaching. So it's not possible that any devotee doesn't preach. They are always preaching. The preaching is not only through words, it's through prasadam, and it's through a lot of ways. So we must share our preaching reports with Guru Maharaj, and no matter how big or small. And we should, Guru Maharaj always says, help me fulfill the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. So there are 30 instructions Srila Prabhupada has given Srila Gurudev. So we should try to at least, we can pick up at least one instruction in which we can, try to assist Guru Maharaj in fulfilling that. And taking his regular association, avoiding Vaishnav Aparadh, and, hearing his lectures. I think, yeah, this is it, Mataji. And when through the lectures, when we connect, it's all by Guru Maharaj's mercy. Some days you hear all the lecture. It's only like what is meant for you only connects with you. So yes, Mataji, we all are capable. Guru Maharaj always says that my disciples are very capable. So he's very proud of, he's very proud of his disciples, and he is a victory man. And so, we have to make the victory man win. So if we have this vision, then I think we can surpass all the turbulences.
Yes, Mataji, thank you so much, Mataji. It really helped me. And please bless me. I'm also going to get initiation from Srila Guru Maharaj very soon. And please pray for me also so that I can serve Guru Maharaj without, despite all the problems and everything that is becoming hindrance.
Praying for you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I think there is so I think we can monthly conclude here. So thank you, Mataji, and thank you all the devotees for joining and hearing such so many wonderful realizations from Mataji. So we want to thank Mataji by chanting one time Hare Krishna Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. All glories to the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Such a wonderful
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.